Last week, I spoke to two multi-7-figure e-commerce businesses, and it baffles me still to this day. Those two businesses were missing core flows. Now, the two flows that I'm talking about are the site abandon and the browser abandon series. And if you can see from the screen here, the last 30 days or so, we have generated just shy of £30,000 with this 7-figure e-commerce business that we've been working with for quite some time. Now, if I just pop myself up here, you can see the browser abandon series has generated just shy of £5,000, and the site abandon series has generated just over £1,600 in revenue. And I know there's a lot of 5, 6, and 7-figure e-commerce businesses that would love an extra £6,500 added to their revenue every single month. Because these businesses, 99% of them, don't have the site abandon series and the browser abandon series set up, they're losing thousands of pounds every single week and every single month. So I'm going to show you how to set up the site abandon series, the browser abandon series, and show you a couple of things to look out for. So let's dive into the site abandon series to start with. Now, the majority of you out here will have the trigger, okay, the time delay, and then you'll just have one email that gets sent to everybody on your database that activates that trigger. Now, that's not going to move the needle for you in 2026, and I'm going to explain why. You now need to be sending people down different paths because customers are getting smarter by the day. Potential new customers down one path and existing customers down another. The reason we split these customers out are a potential new customer should have some form of offer waiting for them in their inbox when you send these emails, especially the site abandon, browser abandon, abandoned cart, and abandoned checkout. The reason we have some form of offer is because you need to convince them to buy from you. And sometimes it can take a bit of time for people to be convinced. So that's why you need some form of discount or offer that you're currently running to provide that customer. Now, existing customers don't need as much persuasion because they already know, like, and trust you. So we don't need to provide them with an offer on these emails. So this is what it looks like. So the trigger here, as you can see, the metric is active on site. Okay, a lot of people actually get this wrong. So make sure it's active on site. So when somebody provides you with their email address, they are then on the website, but they don't get to the next stage. They don't get any further down the funnel. They're not looking at a product. They're not looking at a collection. They're not adding to cart. They're not initiating checkout. It's just they go onto the website, provide you with their information, and then leave. Okay, that will then trigger this flow. Now, it's important with the re-entry criteria. A lot of people just have no re-entry, which means people are not, once they've been through the flow once, they're not getting re-entered, which is so important. People need to re-enter because you're going to be updating your flows hopefully every month or so, and there might be a new offer that you're testing. Okay, so you need to be updating things. And we always have allow re-entry after a time period. 7 to 14 days is absolutely fine. You can be a bit more aggressive, but do remember that your unsubscribe rates might go up and your spam complaints might go up, because if people keep re-entering as soon as they left the flow, then it could be a little bit overkill. Now, another important thing here are the profile filters. If somebody places an order, okay, they are then kicked out of the flow. If they view a product, they are kicked out of the flow. If they add to cart, they're kicked out of the flow. What we're doing is obviously we have flows for different actions on the site. So if people take another action, they get further down the funnel, they are then removed from this flow and they enter into the next one. So it's really important that you have this. A really easy example for you is, let's say I place an order and I'm in this flow, I place an order, but I don't get kicked out because I don't have this filter here. I then get an email saying here's 20% off, but I've then just bought at full price. That's going to piss quite a few customers off, okay? So just make sure that you have the correct profile filters set up here, and you can take a screenshot of this if it's easier. So what we then do, and then coming back to how we actually split the potential new customers and the existing customers out, is you will have a conditional split here. And you'll set up what someone has done or not done, place order 0 times over all time. If they place an order 0 times over all time, they come down the yes path. And if they have, then they go down the no path, okay? Nice and straightforward. And then it's quite straightforward from here. So then you would have another conditional split. So it's a 50% random sample. So 50% of people are going to go down here, 50% of people are going to go down here. And the reason why we do that is because we want to be A/B testing time delays. Now, the site abandon series, the time delay, 30 to 45 minutes is perfect. And I like to test both. If you have a clear winner, okay, and you'll be able to see if you've got a clear winner, then you can just switch it to 30 minutes if that is the clear and obvious winner. But I like to always have some form of A/B sort of time delay test in here. So that's that. And then these two emails here, so this is the email. They will then be identical to each other. These two here will be identical. And then it's the same with this side here. But remember, these two emails here will not have an offer because your existing customers are going to come down here. Okay? These emails here will have some form of offer in because they are a potential new customer. So that is the site abandoned series. You don't need to have loads of emails in the site abandoned series. The email really should be looking for something type thing, show them some collections, that type of thing. Doesn't have to be, you don't have to overcomplicate it. That is all you really need for the site abandoned series. Now what we'll do is we'll move on to the browser abandoned series. It's pretty similar, but we're just adding an extra email into that series. So let's jump straight into the browser abandoned series. A couple of bits that I'm going to just run through, just so you don't make any mistakes. So you want to make sure that the metric is viewed product, right? So when somebody views the product, okay, but they don't get any further down the funnel again, so they don't add to cart or they don't initiate checkout, then this trigger is then activated, and then somebody will enter into this flow. Okay. Now, important, the profile filter. So the re-entry criteria stays the same like it does on the site abandoned series. The profile filters again are straightforward. Okay. Add to cart 0 times since starting the flow. Checkout started 0 times since starting the flow. Place an order 0 times since starting the flow. Okay. If any of these actions are taken by somebody, they are then removed from this flow like they are from the site abandoned series, okay? And then again, we're doing the same thing. So the conditional split is what someone has done or not done. Place an order 0 times over time. Yes, potential new customer, down to the left side. Existing customer, down to the right. Because remember, they're going to have an offer in these emails here. So with the browser abandoned series, because there is more intent, the potential customer is further down the funnel. They're actually looking at something, okay? So we send the email a little bit sooner. We're a little bit more aggressive with it. So I like to test 15 to 30 minutes. So we have the time delay A/B test here, as you can see, and we just keep this in place. Works pretty well. And then these two emails are the same like they are with the site abandoned series. And it's exactly the same thing here with the existing customers, but the existing customers don't have the offer like we discussed in the site abandoned series. Now, the only difference here with the browser abandoned series, because they're a bit further down the funnel, we like to add an extra email in here. So we wait 1 day, and if they still haven't got further down the funnel, they haven't added to cart, they haven't initiated checkout, they haven't placed an order, they then get this email here, still deciding. You haven't got to that next stage. Are you still deciding? And we've done an email for this business here. And it's again the same with the existing customers here. So that is the two series here. Not that complicated, but those are the two series. Last month generated £6,500 for a 7-figure e-commerce business. So that's why it's so important for you guys to actually have the correct flows set up in your account in 2026. If you want my help with this, we help with campaign strategy, flow strategy, just overall anything to do with email marketing. There's a link in the description. You can just book a call directly with me. See you on the next video.